I'm Lexi, and you're probably a fellow Spinel fanatic. Today, I'll be talking about Spinel and her lack of screen time in Steven Universe future, and I have a theory on her lack of tear marks. But before we start the video, I'm going to ask you a favor. If you would subscribe and like the video, I make lots of art videos and other Steven Universe future content. Alright, let's start the video. So far in future, the only screen time Spinel has had is in the intro, and just let me say, I relish that cursed image of her. Just stare into her eyes. You get lost in them. Anyways, the important thing to note here is that she has no tear marks, and I've seen a lot of comments debating this, and that the animators just couldn't fit them, or if they didn't mean to put them, she'd have the dot eyes, and so on. So here's my 2 cents. The tear marks are like an important part of her design, and I'm pretty sure including them or not is a very thought out choice. And also, theoretically, she would have to poof and reform and all that before anything about her form could change. But it may be possible that when she's healed and in a better mental state, the tear marks could go away, and yeah, that's possible, but still. Well, also, in case you didn't know, the tear marks, I think, are supposed to represent her eternal pain caused by Pink leaving her in the garden for all of eternity. But it was luckily turned into 6,000 years by Steven. Yay! Let's go, mental issues. But not to make 6,000 seem like nothing, but compared to eternity, yeah, I'd say she got off lucky. But definitely had a major toll on her mental health and trust. Pink really messed her up by doing that. And all of that sorrow Spinel felt in the garden when she realized she was abandoned built up into a drive for revenge, hence the whole movie and all the stuff that happened in the movie. But I'm pretty sure you know about that if you've watched the movie 10 or more times like me. So now that we've covered that, let's talk about the end of the movie. When Spinel is going with the diamonds, and in the song, they're referring to Pink when they say her. You remind us so much of her, was a line the diamonds had, and it makes me feel like they're just taking Spinel in just to fill the gap of Pink Diamond, which I totally understand them wanting to feel like a whole family again, but their approach and reasons don't seem right to me. Spinel's lines, they have the same issue to me. You remind me so much of her. So let me get this straight. You're going with the diamonds because they remind you of the gem that caused all your trauma to this day. Nice. But I do see reasons behind this. As we learned in a previous Steven Universe episode, the longer gems are fused, the stronger their feelings for each other grow, even if they're good or bad. So we'll assume for the video that Spinel and Pink Diamond spent a lot of time together. We would play for hours, as Spinel said. So now that she's only ever known Pink as a friend for her whole life, probably, she'll still miss Pink, even if Pink was horrible. She can't help it after spending so much time with her. And going with the diamonds to Homeworld? No, I don't like that. It doesn't settle right. It's not very cash money. And Steven Universe has been known to handle mental problems extremely well, so I find it hard to believe that they would say a lifetime of abandonment and trust issues can be solved in 5 minutes by going with people who remind you of your traumatizer. Yeah, they wouldn't make that the moral of Spinel's story. I think the reason she went with the diamonds, and it felt really fast, and I think it was just simply because the movie ran out of time. I know that I heard Rebecca Sugar, the creator of Steven Universe, had said, I think it was in a podcast, that Spinel poofed out of emotion in the garden, and she got the injector and rejuvenator, like Pink had it somewhere, but these were like important things that had to be, like, they were important. They were probably cut because of time. And I'm sure the crew knew that the audience would be questioning these things, and there were some less important things that could have been cut instead to make room for a scene of Spinel poofing or getting the injector, and I think why I think they did this, I think they did it on purpose. If they had wrapped up all of Spinel's story in the movie, there wouldn't be a need for her in future. And if she had immediate screen time in future, I don't feel like it would feel special. Or maybe right now things are happening on Homeworld with her while Steven is doing all this stuff on Earth. Because you don't make a movie about a hashtag relatable character that still has lots of open ends and just not even so much as mention them in the show afterwards. Like, you have to think. Spinel had a whole dang movie about her. She's kind of a major character now. So, I actually get legit chills when I think about this. Spinel screen time. Like, how is this gonna play out? Is she okay? Like, how's she doing, bruh? I have so many questions about her that the movie just left, and I'm hoping every Saturday for something about her, but we haven't had any luck yet. I'm starting to think now that something is happening with her on Homeworld. I can't help it. I'm sure her screen time it's gonna be special. I just hope we don't have to wait too long for it, but the longer we wait, the more my hype builds. Since if you have a character and they get screen time here, screen time there, screen time all the time, then the character has lost their special feeling they give off when you see them. So, for example, volleyball. I was just so excited to see her talking and like her character. And oh my, I just love volleyball so much. But this isn't about volleyball. This is about Spinel. And like, just seeing her, she was just in the shadow, like in the gutter for so long. And then just seeing her, she just felt special to see. Like, I want to get the same vibe from Spinel, and I want her loose ends addressed. So I was actually scripting this, and I just got back from ranting to my family, and I had an absolute genius theory. So in the future episode Volleyball, Pink Pearl's eye is healed through fusion. She didn't have to poof or anything for her eye to be fixed. So now that Spinel has no tear marks, what if she fused with someone that like helped her understand and just feel better? Like, who would this be? Like, when the pearls fused, when Pink Pearl and just normal Pearl fused, the fusion knew both sides of Pink. Therefore, Volleyball knew the other side of Pink and was able to let go and be healed. So if Spinel were to fuse, my theory is that maybe there's like another Spinel who's treated the same, or as Yellow said in the movie, one of Pink's lost treasures, hinting at other gems that may have been abandoned. But what do you think about these theories? Let's discuss in the comments. I think that just about concludes the video. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Really appreciate it. Subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next video.